No one's ready. No one is clearly ready for what the Infinity Castle movies are going to do. I legitimately walked into this episode pretty quickly. I thought it was going to be a conversation. I thought it was just going to be one big ass conversation that would end in the Master's death. I mean, even if Muzan didn't kill him, the dude's like 2 days away from passing out and not waking back up. And when it all exploded, I don't know, I was just under the assumption this was Muzan. I thought we pissed him off to the point that he just exploded. I don't know how, but I just figured. The fact that as Muzan says as he's regenerating, was his wife and kids even in on it? I don't know. The only thing I can say is whether they were or weren't, I don't think they'd be mad either way. This family was a little weird, just a little. But when he told him that whether or not you kill me, nothing's gonna change. My Hashras, my Demon Slayers are still going to hunt you down. But if we kill you, all your demons cease to exist. And the fact that he also adds in, it's also, my death will encourage them. My death won't be pointless. I was not ready, but it's then when, like, I truly thought it was going to be a battle of Endurum. That as we see Stone Hashra smash his face in, I thought what it was is that, yeah, probably something will get summoned in the movies and we'll be trapped. I do know about the whole, like, you know, infinity space that we've seen before. But the way that he sucks everyone in, it's just, people can be salty all they want that they gotta wait for theaters to get a movie near them. But I am so excited to watch the trilogy of movies that are going to clearly adapt the craziest thing that Demon Slayer has ever seen. I wasn't ready for this episode, and I don't think anyone's gonna be ready for Peak when it hits the cinema screens. Full live reactions over on Patreon, though, if you want some Falunga thought to any of these Demon Slayer episodes. It's over there exclusively. Jesus, this was absolutely stellar. I am loving this. I loved what they did with this arc. And it infuriates me when I see people act like Demon Slayers being milked, because really take a step back. What would milking be? To make something last as long as possible and stretch things out. And if you look at the Hashra training arc as stretched out, they added a lot of original things, but the fact that a majority of source readers and a majority of anime originals didn't look at anything about this season as being dry or boring, you can't use that as an argument that it was stretched out. Even if you personally disliked it, that's okay, but it clearly wasn't for the vast majority of people. Having movies isn't milking. It's, yeah, are they going to make the most profit and break anime records? Of course they are. Demon Slayer did it when the Mugen Train was out, and they're going to do even more with these trilogy of movies. But here's the thing. If you actually look at how much is being adapted per episode or per movie, they are adapting things at a steady but solid pace. And yeah, when the movie finished and, you know, we got into the Red Light District, did they turn those into episodes? Yeah, but you didn't have to watch those, right? You still got just as many episodes. It's like, I don't think people truly understand certain terms, like what filler is, what milking is, because at the end of the day, Demon Slayer is legitimately the perfect anime adaptation, both on a production technical level, the VAs, the adaptation, the fact that people will tell you, manga readers will tell you that they read this arc and thought it was whatever, and they actually think the anime is the superior version. Now, I'm not saying everyone says that, but legitimately, I've seen more positivity about this arc than not, because collectively we knew that once this arc was over, people ain't gonna make it. We just had no idea that they were gonna kamikaze themselves and explode everyone around them to be a symbol, to give them a shot. But seriously, I wouldn't change this arc. I still think it was the weakest out of the 4 seasons, but this was amazing. And there was masterpiece level episodes. Last week, this week, brilliant. I wasn't even mad when I got a double take of that moonwalking. This time, rather than the ending playing, we got a different OST, and it was just as impactful. And a conversation in the making. The fact that we have a bloodline that is so cursed that, yes, they've made it better over time by marrying different people and, you know, separating the bloodlines over time. But the idea that these are the types of people who've never had guards, because why would you guard someone who's gonna die in a couple of years anyway? It makes no sense to risk the powerful Hashras. The idea that we have a situation that someone under the age of 30, as he says, I mean, it's hard to tell at face value, but at least going off of what Muzan said, for such a young person to have that level of bloodlust that he couldn't even detect. He expected a trap, but who the hell expected that level of explosions? That even adds to even more of why there's no guards around, because if at any point he popped up, kaboom. And the fact that their intuition's so strong that he's able to know exactly, like, that's why they have fame, that's why they have fortune throughout the thousands of years. It's just insane. But it was such a well-written conversation. It was a conversation in the making. You totally expect that he wasn't going to live, but I thought the wife would. I don't know, like, the kids were just playing. I thought the kids were about to jump his ass, you know, the wife. It's just, when it all explodes, you don't expect it. And then, as he's regenerating, and the animation, TV animation, by the way, I don't know how the hell they do it, but bless them. The fact that we literally just see the smashing, and then, you know, the fact that Tomoe, she comes in, and then she starts being like, oh, I put a medicine in you that reverts, you know, you back into human, is like, is that a bullshit? It's just like everyone coming in, they're all swarming. I'm expecting we're gonna just keep fighting till sunrise. Attack, attack, he regenerates, attack, and taking turns. And then he sucks everyone in, and you just realize that it's like, oh, he's not trapped with you, you're trapped with him, and it's gonna get spicy. Demon Slayer is easily one of my favorites that I watch. No shame in saying that. It's so interesting, and the best part is there's so many interesting characters you want to see what's happened. What happened with Zensu? He read a letter, and he's in pure serious mode now. Which is probably good, given it's, you know, the final, seemingly, action arc of this show. But where's that gonna go? Which of the Hashras will make it out alive? Like, you can't with a straight face expect all of them to make it out. But who the hell knows who will? Who's going to lose an arm? Who's going to lose another limb? I don't know. Is Muzan going to be defeated? Most likely, but at what cost? They trained as best they could. They let the viewers and the characters collectively have one final peaceful moment, which was this arc mostly in its entirety, only for the Master to blow not only his family up, but Muzan as well to give a short burst of hope. I've never been like overly invested in him as a character, but this was the episode that sealed the deal that he was the perfect leader for the final push against Muzan. 110%. And it's very rare for me to say that sacrificing someone to give you an opportunity is the right call, because most of the time I'd say, no, we can't sacrifice people to give us that maybe shot. The guy was dying anyway. I actually agreed with his sacrifice. And I think seemingly his family did as well. Let me know what you thought of this season, this episode, this moment, and are you going to be seated when the movies hit the theater near you? Because I definitely know I am. Let me know down below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Monty 7, Exia, Buonake, Monica Lazuria, Jessica Compton, Tiago Grimales, Fate, Snake Eater 7, Nathan Semichuk, Zeshram, Dylan Miles, and we also have Stephen Thomas. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.